Earlier this week, a bombshell announcement was made that revealed that Michael Keaton is in talks with Warner Brothers to return as the Caped Crusader for Andy Muschietti's upcoming Flash film in 2022.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
While the deal isn't done yet, Michael Keaton returning as Bruce Wayne or Batman would have huge ramifications because Keaton would be the first person to simultaneously have big roles in both DC and the MCU at the same time. If anyone can do it, Michael Keaton can. Why?
I'm Batman.
But it would also have a huge impact on the DCEU, and that's what we're here to discuss. What's up, guys? I'm Chris Killian, and how will Michael Keaton's return alter the DC Extended Universe? Obviously, Keaton's return opens up a Pandora's box of new questions and possibilities. Where does this leave Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne and Flashpoint Batman? Does this mean Michelle Pfeiffer could return as Catwoman? God, I hope so.
I am Catwoman. Hear me roar.
Are we gonna see Chris O'Donnell as Nightwing? Sadly, I can't answer all these questions for you, except the Nightwing one. That's a big fat no. But based on what we do know, we can make some fair assumptions, so let's break it down. According to reports, The Flash will be loosely based on the popular comic storyline Flashpoint, and we'll see Ezra Miller's Barry Allen travel back in time to prevent the death of his mother. However, Allen will accidentally create a new universe, this time protected by Michael Keaton's Batman, now 30 years older. It will also ignore the events of Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, only recognizing the two films in which Keaton actually played Batman. So yeah, sorry Chris O'Donnell.
And wherever Batman goes, I'm gonna be right beside him. I mean, how are you gonna stop me?
If Keaton signs on, Warner Brothers wants to sign Keaton up for multiple films and use him as a Nick Fury-like mentor figure in the DCEU, with plans to utilize him for an upcoming Batgirl film. Most fans are hoping it will plant the seeds for a live-action version of Batman Beyond. I know a lot of you would like to see a return of the Joker storyline that would bring back Jack Nicholson's Joker, but let's just leave that Joker dead. Wait a second, did I say Keaton will be Batman in the DCEU? Well, how the hell is that gonna work? Ben Affleck's Batman is the Dark Knight of the DCEU. More than likely, Keaton's Batman will simply be a different Batman from an alternate universe, and yes, is likely to replace Ben Affleck's Batman in the DCEU on the big screen. But, and this is a big but, the door is still open for Ben Affleck to return for any possible Zack Snyder story arcs, but those will likely be relegated strictly to HBO Max. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ben Affleck return for The Flash as well to appear on screen with Keaton to help explain to audiences the concept of the multiverse. If you're watching this, you likely already know what a multiverse is, but your casual moviegoer does not. The Flash film is an excellent opportunity for Warner Brothers to educate modern audiences to the multiverse by introducing the various versions of Batman and then splitting them off into their own movies. This way, audiences will hopefully be less confused by the various Batman projects coming out at the same time. If all of this seems too crazy, it actually gets way more confusing than that, so hang on. These characters have already established a shared space in DC's multiverse. Where? Well, in the CW's giant crossover storyline Crisis on Infinite Earths. In fact, the existence of Michael Keaton's Batman is established in the first few minutes of the first episode. As a wave of antimatter tears through a number of realities, one of those worlds is Earth 89. The scene featured Danny Elfman's Batman theme and a cameo by Robert Wuhl, who played journalist Alexander Knox in the original 1989 Batman film. Later in the crossover, after the multiverse had been completely destroyed by the Anti-Monitor, the CW Flash finds himself in a vision of Star Labs face-to-face with DCEU Flash, meaning that Ezra Miller's Flash is already loosely connected to Michael Keaton's Batman. Whew. Tell me in the comments how excited you are for Michael Keaton's possible return. If you want to talk shop about it with me personally, follow me on Twitter at Chris Killian or Instagram at CKComedy. Keep it on Comicbook.com for all the latest DCEU news, and thanks for watching.